Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Debbie, and if you're new, thank you for joining us today, and if you're not new, thanks for coming back. We always appreciate it, and it helps us a lot here on this channel. Today I am just getting home from work, had some chores to do inside, and now I am outside looking around at all the things we need to do, and I thought I'd take you around to show you what chores we're going to have to get done tomorrow. I have tomorrow off. Tomorrow's Sunday, and there's a lot that needs to be done. I have harvesting to do, I have processing to do, and regular chores. I often have more to do than what I can get done, so I'll prioritize what needs to be done first. I feel like the first things that we need to do are probably put bird netting on our trees that still have fruit on them. All the apricot, the aprium, and the peaches are done. The birds had some and we got some, so we shared on that. But our Santa Rosa, the burgundy, plum, and the aprium are all coming in, and they're not even ripe yet. And the what? The pluary. Not the aprium, the pluary, are all coming in. So anything that's the plum variety are all coming in, and the birds are starting to pick at them before they're even... Scarlet, stop slobbering on me. They're coming in and pecking at them before they even are getting ripe at all. So I'm going to have to do bird netting. I don't really like doing bird netting because it's so hard to get into, but it does save the fruit. And if your fruit's taller, it's also hard to get it above the branches and get it to the other side. We still have to finish our tomatoes, trellising the tomatoes. We're going to have to pick the apples off the apple tree and start processing those. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with those yet, but before I do those, I have peaches in the house that we're going to do something fun with. Those are the last peaches that we have off of our tree for the season. And I'm going to use those up before they get too soft to use. And Scarlet has had 2 baths in the last 2 days because she developed some kind of an allergy. Oh, little mastiffs are so slobbery. Some kind of an allergy, and she was just all bumps. So we gave her another bath today, an oatmeal bath, and did some flea and tick stuff with her just to be on the safe side, and she's had some Benadryl, so I think she's good. Her skin's looking better. Very shiny. 2 baths in 2 days. Lucky girl. So that was one of the things we did also today. So I'm going to take you off the tripod and I'm going to walk you around and show you all the things that we have going on right now. Okay. Here we are at the burgundy plum. You can see that our fruit is small, but it is beautiful. It's ripening up quite a bit. It's still hard, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And we have a lot of fruit on this tree. And there's more over here. So this is one of them that I want to get covered up. So you can see that on the peach tree, we left a couple peaches on here. Let me see if I can go this way so that you're not right in the sun. But like right here, the birds just go to town. Here's another one right here. Any chance they get. We had left some apricots on the tree, and they were having a heyday with the apricots, and they were dumping them on the ground. The aprium is totally cleaned off. we had a video on everything we were doing with those. This right here is the Santa Rosa that we just planted this year. And look at how beautiful this fruit is. It is just, they're like little hearts. And so I was using the origami bags right here. But when the wind starts blowing, it just tears these things off, and then we lose fruit like that. So I'm thinking it'll be better just to use the netting. Because that tree has quite a bit of fruit on it. Now the one that really has a lot of fruit, and I was using the origami bags, but there's so much of it, I really need to just cover it. This is the pluary. And look, it's just loaded. Do you hear that bird in the background? That is the cardinal. I'm not sure where he's at right now, but I can hear him. And then, not sure if I can zoom in or not. See on the sunflowers? Oh, he flew away. The sunflowers are getting eaten by the birds. They're having a heyday with all the seeds. But this is our door set, and you can see how much it's leaning. And so I think we'll pick off the bigger apples and still try to save the littler ones, because there's some smaller ones here that I don't really want to pick off yet. They're just not ready. But bigger ones like this one here, we've tasted them, and they taste amazing. Now this is the one that we're really worried about. You can see just how much it's drooping. The branches and we've already cleared off so much fruit off of this tree. And last year we didn't get to enjoy all of our fruit because we got some kind of a squirrel or something came in here and just took everything. Whoops, did you see that? Okay, so there's things starting to get to our fruit here. These apples are just about ready. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Anna apples. They're just gorgeous. And we still have to do our work on our tomatoes here. You can see how well they're climbing up that wire that I put up there. So I need to keep working on that. I wanted to do one a day last week, and I couldn't get out here to get it all done. Our zucchinis are coming along, but they're all female or males still. I haven't seen any females as of yet on these. And thankfully, cross our fingers, we're not seeing squash bugs yet either. Oh, I've got a tomato right there on the ground. Look at that. Things are trying to eat those too. So I need to get out here and pick tomatoes. Here. There's one over here that's one of the bigger ones that's starting to blush. Right there. It's got some cracking, but I believe that's the it's that variety. But look at that one there. He's hiding. I wanted to take this stem here off, but if I do that, I'm going to kill that tomato, and I don't want to give that up. So I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to let it have a 2-branch system on that one. And then this guy here, the one with all these little ones here, that's the super sweet. And I've got it going over to there right now. Because even if I run this up the pole, it's going to touch the top of the pole. So I might just keep that one the way that it is. We still have kale that's going over here. You remember when we did the borage? Look at this. I have borage coming up all over the place. Everywhere. Look at that. I even had it coming up. Yep, it's still here. Look at this. Down on the ground. It's just all over the place. We have more tomatoes over here. I don't have enough hands right now to pick them, so I'll come back and pick those in a minute. Our oregano is going absolutely crazy. We're going to have to do another picking of oregano. The okra babies, I'm just going to zoom in here. They're doing really well. You can see those. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. They're climbing their way up. So I got these ones all trellised already. They're all going up that wire. And they're doing well. The heat's not getting to them too much. We have had a pretty mild summer so far. We've only had a couple 100 days so far. So I'm not complaining about that. So the apples were one of our chores. We decided that we were going to leave the sunflowers so that the birds could have their fill of the seeds as they dried out. And when I was over here the other day, I thought I had mouse droppings, but there was like all kinds. I figured out it was just all kinds of seeds. You can see them right here. So they're starting to come in and eat the seeds. Our lemon balm is doing good. That's a cosmos right there. And then our dahlias are trying to come up through the sunflowers. I never realized how big a dahlia stalk was. Look at that stalk. It's huge. And there's another one. So I didn't have them staked right. So the next time I do this garden, I'm going to have better staking in here because my sunflowers are falling over, my dahlias were falling over, and I have peppers in here. Oh, right there is a, let's see that one? Right there. That's a hot banana right there. And I think I might have, remember when we did the beans in here? And the girls got in here and ate all kinds of stuff. It looks like I still have a couple bean plants back there. So we'll have to check that out. I'm always happy to have beans. Anyway, one of our main projects that we have to get done is over here. Right here. It's our carrots. There's one of them right there. And they taste good, but they're going to start getting woody. I've got some that are getting really large stalks, very, very thick stalks on them. And another thing we need to do is harvest our straw flower seeds. And I believe this is a grand bell. This is a regular bell here. I believe this is the grand bell. We have to pick peppers and freeze some peppers. Now we put this umbrella up right here because the heat off of this wall here was so intense that it was burning. You can see I had to pick these off. It was burning my peppers. So I picked those off, and it's doing better now that it's getting some afternoon shade. It was just getting way too much heat from the wall. And then over here we have some aloe. And here's another example of how hot that wall is it's just some of our leaves are just shriveling because this back wall right here in this corner gets so hot. But it's not keeping production from happening. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those beautiful, beautiful grapes. Just a ton of them. And we have four plants. And like I told you, this one took over my yellow bell, but I'm not going to take it out. I'm just going to leave it alone. It's not really hurting anything. And the other thing that we need to do, look at our pomegranates. See if I can zoom in on a couple of those right here. Oh. Aren't those pretty? This tree's loaded with those. So that's fun. We'll be getting some more pomegranates there. Our fig right here has babies. All of our peppers are doing amazing. And then the all-in-one almond, Tom said that there was one almond on here. I haven't been able to find it, but I haven't found it yet.
One almond.
Okay, Tom came over and showed it to me. We have one almond again this year. Right there. See it? Just kind of hiding back there. One almond. It's better than none. And then of course we have more grapes over here. Beautiful clusters. Oh, look at that one. That one's starting to turn. Right there. It won't be too long. We will be enjoying grapes. But this is my other project. I'm not happy how this turned out, but it was an experiment. For one, I wouldn't do it here again. This wall is hot. It gets a lot of sun, and my onions just didn't get big at all. So I'm going to pull them all out and just chop them up, put them in the freezer, because they won't be able to store long term, I'm sure. I already did pull the ones that were bulbing up. I see I have another one here now. But this is my biggest one that I got right here. So I know they could have been a lot bigger, but we learned from that. We learned that we have to get the onions that are specific for our zone and planting them at the right time and in the right areas. So that's the other project for tomorrow, is that harvesting. And here's our other pepper plant that we have to get the peppers off of. Talk about prolific, right? I feel very blessed. Okay, and I have one more thing that I wanted to show you that is so exciting. Look at this. One of my favorite melons. We have that one. And oh, that's a jalapeno. There's a baby right there. Can you see that one? And then they like to hide. It's also the one that's growing the tallest on the trellis right now. I apologize for the wind. Well, I know there's one more on here because I saw it. Like I said, they like to hide on me. So, one time I'll see him, next time I won't. Oh, there he is. See, he was hiding behind he's hiding behind that branch. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for coming along with me today while we take inventory of all the things that we have to do tomorrow. Sometimes I like just having a plan in place so that I can start the day out without trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing first. So it's always fun having you come along, and I will see you again tomorrow and we'll see what we can get done.